Welcome, my decaying darlings, to restless grounds, where the tales are as twisted as the smile on a corpse at its own funeral. I'm your host, the Groundkeeper, and tonight's bedtime fright is the Groundkeeper's favorite. Lie back, close your eyes, but don't blame me if the dirt starts piling up around you. And a special little whisper just for the letter writers out there in the dark. This one's dedicated to the loyal soul who begged me for something personal. Hope you're listening closely, because it's already too late to stop. You remember the night you sent it, don't you? That rainy Thursday in your creaky old Victorian on the edge of Hollow's End. The power had flickered twice already, but you didn't care. You sat at the scarred wooden desk in the corner of your upstairs bedroom, the one with the single bare bulb swinging overhead like a hanged man. Your laptop screen glowed the only real light, casting long shadows that danced across the peeling floral wallpaper. Stacks of horror paperbacks leaned like crooked tombstones beside you. Outside, the wind clawed at the window panes, whispering secrets no living soul should hear. Your fingers flew across the keys with that delicious arrogance only a true fan can muster. "Dear Groundkeeper," you typed, heart thumping with smug excitement. "I've listened to every single episode. Twice. I'm not like the others who just tune in and forget. I live for these tales. Please, tell me a scary story just for me. Make it your favorite one, the one you save for the special listeners. I promise I'll be yours forever." You hit send with a flourish, leaning back in your rickety chair as the email whooshed into the void. That's when you felt it. A cold draft slithered across the back of your neck, raising every hair like tiny grave markers. The screen reflected your face, but behind you, for the briefest flicker, something stood, tall, cloaked, a shovel resting on one bony shoulder. You blinked hard. It vanished. Just the storm playing tricks, you muttered, chuckling to yourself. The next morning you checked your inbox like a child waiting for birthday candy. No reply from the show, just the usual spam. But there was one odd confirmation tucked among the junk. Your submission has been received. The story is now yours. The phrasing made your skin prickle, but you laughed it off. Automated but cute. That night you settled into your usual ritual. Headphones on, lights dimmed, the latest episode of Restless Grounds queued up. The familiar intro crackled through. But midway through the tale, the Groundkeeper's voice paused, actually paused, and added something new. And a special hello to the loyal listener who wrote in yesterday. You know who you are. Your breath caught. Pride swelled warm in your chest. "That's me," you whispered, grinning in the dark. The episode ended. Your phone buzzed. No subject line. Just one sentence in the body. "Careful what you ask for." Attached was a single photo. An open grave. Fresh black dirt piled neatly beside it. Mist curling like fingers over the headstone. The cemetery looked exactly like the overgrown 1-2 blocks from your house. You deleted it fast. Heart hammering. Some troll fan messing with me. Harmless. But the image burned behind your eyes. Sleep didn't come easy. Around 3 a.m. the scratching began. Soft. Patient. Like fingernails dragging across wood somewhere beneath the floorboards. You sat up, flashlight in hand, and checked every corner of the room. Nothing. The old house settling. You decided. These places breathe. You told the empty air. Always have. You even laughed a little. Campy, right? Just like the stories you loved. But the sound followed you downstairs to the kitchen for water. Closer now. Under the linoleum. Like something digging upward. The next few days blurred into a delicious haze of dread you refused to name. Your coffee mug migrated from the counter to the center of the dining table, while you were in the shower. Your favorite horror novel lay open to a chapter about live burials, though you'd left it closed on the shelf. And then, on your doorstep one misty morning, a small bouquet waited. Black roses, petals drooping like they were already mourning, tied with a ribbon that smelled of wet earth and something sharper. Iron, maybe. No card. You brought them inside anyway. telling yourself it was a prank from the neighbor's kids. But you arranged them in a vase on your desk like a trophy. See, the fans are noticing me now. You told no one. Your coworker asked why you looked so pale at the office. Just a cold, you lied, smiling that vain little smile. Nothing a good scare won't fix. That night you tuned in again, craving more. The intro played. Then the groundkeeper spoke directly. Tonight's bedtime fright is dedicated to my new favorite listener, the one who begged for something personal. You know who you are. And tonight, the story is yours. Your blood turned to ice water. The voice continued, describing your house in perfect detail. The creaky third step on the stairs. The water stain on the ceiling shaped like a reaching hand. The exact way your desk lamp flickered when the wind hit the power lines. It described you sending the email, the draft on your neck, the photo, the flowers, every single thing that had happened since you hit send. And it was happening right now, in real time. You sit there listening, the voice purred, heart pounding just like it is this very second, hands trembling on the headphones, thinking this is still just entertainment. You ripped the earbuds out. The voice kept going from the speaker anyway. You slammed the phone face down. Still talking. You yanked the charger from the wall. The words continued, clear and amused. Running won't help, my favorite. You asked for this. You want it to be special. The room temperature dropped like a coffin lid closing. The bulb overhead swung faster. In the corner by the closet, the shadows thickened into a shape. Tall, robed in black, face half hidden but grinning with too many teeth. A rusty shovel rested across one shoulder, clumps of fresh dirt clinging to the blade. The groundkeeper, not a voice on a podcast anymore. Real. Hey, you bolted for the door. It wouldn't open. The knob turned, but the hallway beyond had vanished. Instead, mist and crooked headstones stretched where your stairs should be. You ran anyway, barefoot over wet grass that shouldn't exist inside your house. The narration followed, calm and mocking, and now our protagonist flees through the cemetery that was always waiting just outside their door. How vain to think a letter could summon only fun. You stumbled past graves with names you half recognized, other listeners who'd written in over the years. Here lies the girl who wanted ghosts. Here lies the man who asked for revenge. Your own name wasn't there yet. Not quite. You begged aloud. Stop. I take it back. I don't want to be special. But the figure stepped from the mist, shovel dragging with a metallic scrape. Too late, it rasped. You wanted my favorite story. Now you live it. Or rather, don't. Panic clawed your throat. You sprinted back the way you came, or thought you did, and suddenly the mist thinned. Your bedroom reappeared. The door swung open normally. The shadow was gone. The podcast had stopped. Silence. Blessed, heavy silence. You collapsed onto the bed, laughing until tears streamed down your face. It was all in my head. Stress. Too many stories. I'm done. No more episodes. Ever. You even uninstalled the app. Smashed the earbuds under your heel for good measure. Safe now. Just a regular person again. You pulled the covers up, still chuckling at your own foolishness. The room felt warm. Normal. The scratching had stopped. You drifted off with a smile, convinced you'd beaten the tale. You woke to darkness so complete it pressed against your eyes like velvet, which surrounded you on every side. Smooth, polished pine inches from your nose. Your arms were pinned. Something heavy thudded above you in rhythmic thumps. Date. Falling. Piling. The sound of a shovel biting earth and tossing it down. You were in a coffin. 6 feet under. The restless grounds. Your screams came out muffled, raw. The narration returned. But now it was inside the box with you, whispering against your ear like a lover. And so our loyal listener gets exactly what they asked for. A story just for them. Personal. Favorite. Eternal. You wanted to be noticed. To be the one the groundkeeper remembered. Well, congratulations. You're the star now. Forever. Above ground, the real groundkeeper patted the lost mount smooth and chuckled. Rest well, my favorite. Your letter was delicious. And don't worry, the next listener who writes in will hear all about you. That's how the grounds stay restless. You pounded on the lid until your fists bled. The air grew thin, thick with the smell of damp earth and your own terror. The voice faded to a final, playful whisper. Sweet dreams, loyal listener. Or should I say, eternal rest? This is the groundkeeper, tucking you in. Thanks for the fan mail. And then, nothing but the sound of your own slowing heartbeat, and the distant, delighted laughter of the next episode already beginning somewhere far above. Well, well, my decaying darlings. What a tale. Poor loyal listener wanted to be my favorite so badly they became the main attraction, permanently. Talk about taking fan service a little too deep. Heh heh. The moral of our little bedtime story. Vanity isn't just a sin, my sweets. It's a shovel with your name already engraved on the handle. Be careful what you ask for in the dead of night. Some hosts take requests literally, and once you're on the list, there's no unsubscribe. And if that letter writer was you tonight, well, don't bother checking your inbox tomorrow. You've already got your reply. Sweet dreams, my decaying darlings. Or should I say, sweet eternal rest. This is the groundkeeper, signing off from the grounds. I'll be listening, but you'll be staying right where you are. Until next time, don't let the bedbugs bite. Let the gravediggers do it instead.